It's the first year for this Hot Sauce Expo, and I get to take you along. Hey everyone, it's Cashew. Today's adventure brings us to Toledo, Ohio, to the Glass City Center for the very first T-Town Burn Down Hot Sauce Expo and beer tasting. And I can't wait to take you along. I heard about this at the Weekend of Fire at Jungle Gyms, and as soon as I heard Hot Sauce Expo, I knew I was going to be here. So let's get started. Our adventure starts here. Now let's go inside. They make excellent hot sauces, and there's one I want to show you. They also have several craft beer companies. And this is one of my favorite companies. And this company has one of the most unique cases I've ever seen. I really love the chili pepper lights. In fact, I have a few of my own.
I teach physics and robotics.
This company makes pepper-infused maple syrup, honey, and of course, hot sauce.
People have already done that. Like, you can download and print water bottles, tens if not hundreds of thousands of designs of all kinds of, so like even my brackets are 3D printed. I design everything. So I am the beekeeper and pepper grower. So this is Wasabi Ghost. So
The owner designed and 3D printed this hot sauce holster.
she's delicate.
And here we go, on your mark, get set, go! 8.99 ounces. Give them a hand, everybody! All right, congratulations! We're going to have another eating competition in 2 hours.
Angry Irishman also makes an assortment of hot mustards, and they are fantastic. Okay, and we are with Kevin Mackey with Angry Irishman. Was it Pepper Company or?
It's Angry Irishman LLC.
And you make excellent product, by the way. I love the hot sauces, and the mustards are fantastic. How long have you had the company?
We started doing it professionally in 2014. I had started it. I grew up in the Northwest Ohio area, and 3 months after I graduated, I moved to Southwest Florida. And I lived there from 1986 till 2010. And in that period, being homesick, everything that I knew as a 18-year-old, less brains than you would need, I was, everything I knew was in upheaval, so I started growing chili peppers. And you live in Southwest Florida, it's like living in a greenhouse. So one thing led to another, and I got into a chili hot sauce making contest with a friend, and it became kind of mine's hotter, mine's hotter, and it was kind of just a spitting match back and forth. So we eventually he dropped out, I kept going, it got to the point where I wanted to know more, so that was back when you actually had to go to a library and look through index cards, and just started researching and trying different formulations. I knew what I wanted to achieve, I just didn't know how to get there, so basically over 7 years of trial and error, I came up with the original hot sauce.
And all of those are your creation or your wife's?
I created all the products but two. The Garlapino, my wife created. It was her idea. And the Ariel's Blaze, my daughter, actually came up with that.
And the Ariel's Blaze, that's the rub, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Are you looking more for like flavor or for heat when you create stuff?
I always want to go for flavor, whether it has no heat, a medium heat, a hot heat, or a super hot. And I really achieve and strive to not do the salty vinegary. Because where that has its place, I try to just make healthier versions of hot sauces. And I want to give somebody a sample of something that I want to eat myself. If I'm not going to eat it, then I don't want you to eat it. And that's how I view it. So I wanted to go to culinary. I just didn't have the chance to do that. So I parlayed what knowledge I had and turned it into the first hot sauce, and one thing led to another, and here we are many years later, and we have 19 products.
Now I was going to ask if you went to culinary school, because they're so creative, especially like Olivet. And how did that come about?
That was one of those moments where you're just walking around, you have an epiphany. Truth be told, I was walking through Costco and I saw the garlic jalapeno stuffed olives. And I'm like, wouldn't that be neat if that was a hot sauce? So I bought a few jars of just plain olives and then messed with those and got what the Olivet sauce is now.
And then is that around the same time you came up with the idea of including like Delicious and the gherkin?
The dill sauce came out in 2016. That actually was Kendall Stadler. It was his idea, and it was my recipe. So it's the only sauce that I co-brand with someone that I actually sell. Now I will co-pack for people, but it's their responsibility to distribute and sell their own products.
And do you find one pepper is easier to work with than another, or are they all pretty much the same?
Yes and no. Doing like, if you use like green jalapenos, you're obviously going to have like that fresh, bright green flavor like some people like, some people don't. But you start dealing with things like reapers and scorpion and ghost and the hotter things, you have to be a little bit more careful because they can get out of hand very quickly. So it comes with a knowledge. Again, you're doing trial and error. Very rarely do you do something the first time. Mm-hmm. Although the Ariel's Blaze was one shot. My wife's Garlapino was one shot. My barbecue sauce was one try. So it kind of balanced everything out after that 7-year period.
And when you did the Drunken Pumpkin, because I had reviewed that a while back, and I loved it. It was really good.
Thank you.
And it had such a unique flavor. How did that come about?
I wanted something different. Now, I myself, I cannot eat pumpkin pie. I had a very traumatic childhood experience with very violent illness after eating pumpkin pie, and even like thinking about it right now, it's almost activating my gag reflex. But I wanted something not necessarily for me, but that people would enjoy, that was something different. So I basically took a pumpkin pie, I took out the evaporated milk and the eggs, and then added the other ingredients that are in there. And as long as, before I go into it and try it, if I think apple butter, I can eat it. If I think pumpkin pie, I can't. I can't get anywhere near it.
Yeah, when I reviewed it, I compared it to, I forget the name of it, but it's Angry Goat's pumpkin with habanero.
Oh,
okay. And both were so unique in and of itself, and I liked both of them. And it was just like, okay, for this, if I want heat, I'll use this, but for the flavor and all, I mean, it was such a good sauce.
Thank you.
It had I could taste the nutmeg and the cinnamon, and it was just a nice, full, rounded flavor.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And so you and your wife and several other people helped organize this burn down?
Yes, we have done shows everywhere from Eastern Pennsylvania all the way out to California, Florida, all over the United States. And we're like, what if we did one that was close to home? And they said, I started talking to people. I had a lot of people help me along the way associated with the Glass City Center. Visit Toledo helped promote it. There's like 6 different people I dealt with here for the center. The Quenched and Tempered helped me organize the craft brewer. So if I said I did this myself, I'd be lying, because there were many hands that helped me in this, and I'm very grateful that it's turned out as well as it has so far the first day in the first year.
And then if you have it in future years, it will be about the same time?
It's funny, the gentleman that is the planning and organizer for basically setting the dates, he asked me just a couple hours ago if I wanted about the same time frame next year. And so I consulted with my wife, because that's the smart thing to do. And she said, yeah, because nothing is set in stone until you put your deposit down. So it should be around about the same time frame next year. And I look forward to, we're already gleaning the good and getting rid of the bad from this year, and looking at how we can improve things for next year.
Yeah, well, from a visitor standpoint, it's a great expo. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I really wanted to make sure I got one of the shirts, because it says first annual, and I wanted to make sure I got the inaugural shirt. So, Kevin, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
I am so glad I was able to attend the inaugural year, the very first year of the T-Town Burn Down Hot Sauce Expo, and I cannot wait until next year. It was so much fun, and I want to thank Kevin for allowing me to film his event, and for giving me an interview. And I want to thank all the vendors for allowing me to film their booths. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and hopefully I'll see you here next year. Until next time, this is Cashew signing off. Surprisingly, I showed restraint with what I bought today. Having said that, I have quite a few hot sauces in my collection that I have to review. This was given free to the first 50 people through the door, and I think I might have been first, if not one of the first. And this is chili. It's a toothpaste. It's supposed to be the world's spiciest toothpaste. So I may have to review this. And speaking of free, a few of the vendors had stickers for giveaways. As soon as I walked through the doors, there were two things I wanted to get, and this was one of them. This is their T-Town Burn Down t-shirt. The other thing I knew I wanted to get before I even got through the door was Angry Irishman's Corrosive Pub Mustard. I had tried their Chipotle mustard before, and I went through the jar pretty quickly, so I'm looking forward to trying this. When I found out Flavor and Fire was going to be there, I wanted to get another bottle of Taco Cat sauce. This is excellent. It is super hot, and it's made with ghost pepper. And while I was there, I tried a sample of the black garlic sauce, and it is fantastic. So I can't wait to review both of these. I was unaware of this company. I was really impressed with them. Not only does the owner make the sauces, he also makes the toe pincher cases. I hope you enjoyed seeing my haul from the first ever T-Town Burn Down Hot Sauce Expo. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And until next time, this is Cashew, signing off.